know that most of you are eager to know कि हम कैसे पढ़े, इन्होंने क्या रैंक लाए, इन्होंने क्या किया ऐसा. So that is one of our purposes to do this today. Another thing is that a lot of students are standing outside who are of our foundation courses and all. They are also eager to know कि ये foundation year से कैसे पढ़ रहे थे. First of all, I will ask Zohra to tell us how she started to study in her first itself and how she managed to study.
Foundation course third year में. So basically we were covering up third year subjects and final year subjects. So I used to do the notes and plus I would do the respective MCQ books. जितना हो पाता था उतना. Like the third year and the final year subjects and short subjects. I was able to cover a few of them in third year itself. For example, surgery, AA, medicine, AA, then crosses for some of the short subjects, and all this along with the notes because these books are very vast and it's not possible to go through them line by line. So when you do the notes or in the classes, you know what is going on. And in final year again, basically third year half of the year, that is 6 months at least, should be devoted to preparation of the MCQs and maybe 5 months for the profs, I think. So that much time should be devoted. And in final year, again, like 4 months at least can be devoted to the MCQ books. And it's also doing the subject directly from there would also be helpful if it's possible for you. I had covered 5-6 years for medicine and surgery and some of the subjects, some more of the subjects. So that helps later on in internship when you don't have time. And at that time, multiple readings, like it matters how many times you've covered Mudit Khanna, Mitashish, and you have your notes on your tips and the subject-wise books put up here and there for internship. So I think including the third year, final year internship period, 4 to 5 readings of Mudit Khanna, Mitashish would be required, including the 3 years. Or if you just study an internship, then it would just be 2 or 3. So that's why an early start is important. And
if I take hand, then all of them. I'm very kind in telling us that she did Amit Ashish, Mudit Khanna 5-6 times and all. But a lot of us, including myself, have a doubt. Is that enough? What else did she do in her internship and in final year? Which all books did she read? How did she know that what questions are particularly for anatomy? What did you do for biochemistry? What did you do for medicine? So can you give us more detailed strategy per subject for the students?
Okay, I just read MCQ books later. So across, I read from across and embryology across. Biochemistry, the carbohydrates now, so cycles should be very thorough. That can be looked up in the new books, Harper, like the ATP genesis and stuff. उसमें थोड़ा सा change आया है, so that should be looked. Physiology, respiratory physiology can be looked up from Genome. Apart from that, across should be fine. And second year biology from Aurora. And apart from that, 10 years. General path in particular is very important. Can be done from Robbins as well if you read it from there. And in particular the antibiotics, anti-cancer, and adrenergics, noradrenergics, these chapters are important. Then forensic medicine is important. काफी questions आते हैं across, as well as the Sumit safety wali kitab, both should be done. Toxicology particularly should be done from across. That's very important. At least on microbiology from Rachna Charasya can be done. In virology books, for DNA RNA viruses classification. That can be looked up from there because it's not given very well in Rachna Charasya. And sterilization disinfection can be done in detail from any book. That's a very important topic for the latest. Third year ENT, I read the class notes of DAMS here. And if you're not attending that, then maybe any subject-wise book can be read. Ophtha, and particularly neuro-ophtha is a very asked topic now. Neuro-ophtha retina must be done, and if time is there, then from a good book it can be done. Otherwise, the cross should be fine. And then PSM with AIIMS notes, and then final year medicine. I had read Amit Ashish, but I think Mudit Khanna is a better book. And apart from that, whatever class notes are there, those can be done in addition to 10 years. So Mudit Khanna, surgery, Amit Ashish. For surgery in trauma, and for that Amit Ashish is not sufficient. Amit Ashish and 10 years are not sufficient. So there maybe the class notes would be very important. Then P's, class notes, subject, and gynae. I think the tumors are very important, at least 2 questions per exam being asked. So Rachna Charasya book on tumors, Sakshi Arora is too vast, it's not revisable. So maybe once it can be read, I have read it, but ज़्यादा फायदा नहीं लगा था. So maybe the class notes can be done. Gynae ops के लिए subject wise I think is not really very essential, last priority maybe. And the class notes of course. And radiology is actually a very important topic in the sense that we read very less of radiology in the 5 years of our MBBS. So in AIIMS exam and PG exam, maximum should be given sufficient time, at least 7-8 days. So, and Sir's book should be read. A lot of questions were there, names from there, and Sir's notes as well. And if you have time, then across. So, particularly radiotherapy, that is a neglected part. Radiotherapy should be seen.
Radiology from AIIMS, and she took out a lot of time for us today despite the schedule, but we are very grateful to her for the detailed account. Pathology is very important. You should do it either from Robbins, our class notes, our books, something you have to do general pathology anyhow. Second thing she said was respiratory system in physiology is important. And something like neuro-ophthalmology in opthal is important. Some good points have come out of her thing. If you can, take these things, you will later on find that they are very important. One thing that she added was some things given in the US Assembly table in microbiology is important. So, they are good ideas. Second, before, I could catch her back, I have to catch Dr. Raini Agarwal because she has somebody waiting outside. And she was a student of a regular batch and she has to talk about how she's gotten a single-digit rank in her state exam. The reason we called her here was because we wanted to have some inputs from her as well. That this was the second attempt. So what